When renouncing royalty becomes a royal act itself, the hypocrisy debate surrounding Harry and Meghan's new royal court. Few stories in recent years have captivated the public quite like the saga of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, two figures who have simultaneously fascinated and divided opinion around the world. But the latest development in their post-royal life reveals a paradox so stark that it challenges how we understand their public persona and ambitions. How do you quit a royal life, fiercely criticize its inner workings, and then quietly build your own version of it on the other side of the Atlantic? This question is not just about the Sussexes' personal choices. It is a reflection of deeper cultural tensions about power, identity, and the modern celebrity ecosystem. Since their high-profile departure from the British royal family in 2020, Harry and Meghan have repeatedly positioned themselves as outsiders, bold critics of palace protocols, courtiers, and the so-called toxic culture that once enveloped them. They vowed to carve out a new, authentic life defined by freedom and service on their own terms. Yet, the recent news that the couple has established a dedicated, tightly knit team of staffers in Montecito, California, ostensibly to manage their communications and public image, raises eyebrows. This new royal court, consisting of 11 staff members led by communications strategist Meredith Kendall-Maines, bears a striking resemblance to the very royal household they have sought to distance themselves from. To an outside observer, this move seems to blur the line between reinvention and replication. Why build a miniature royal court when you claim to reject royal life? Royal historians and commentators have been quick to label this as a glaring hypocrisy. Richard Fitzwilliams, a respected expert on the monarchy, didn't hold back. Harry's vocal criticisms of courtiers once labeled as enemies in his memoir stand in stark contrast to his current desire for a similar inner circle of trusted aides. The hypocrisy lies in the fact that Harry has attacked courtiers as adversaries, yet he now establishes a comparable structure in Montecito, Fitzwilliams pointed out. This contradiction underscores a tension central to Harry and Meghan's narrative. Princess Diana, Harry's late mother, distrusted palace security so profoundly she rejected police protection. Harry, however, insists on such protections for his family, highlighting an ironic reversal of stance that reveals how deeply ingrained the trappings of royalty still are in his life. The Sussexes claim to be forging a new path, yet in practical terms, they adopt many traditional royal elements, from security to staffing, raising questions about the sincerity of their break from the past. Adding to this critique, royal commentator Tom Bauer framed the establishment of this staff team as nothing less than a desperate bid to save their brand. According to Bauer, Harry and Meghan's vision of their post-royal life includes ruling over a royal court of aides who cater to their public image and ambitions, an image that is carefully curated, but potentially at odds with their stated desire to live independently from the monarchy's influence. Bauer further suggested that the expensive team of bureaucrats they have assembled signals the couple's final attempt to preserve their relevance and control in an increasingly competitive public arena. This raises important questions about identity and authenticity. Are Harry and Meghan caught in a cycle where their efforts to reject royal constraints paradoxically reinforce them? Their newly structured team operates independently of their Archewell Foundation, further separating their public image management from their philanthropic endeavors. Yet the revolving door of staff, nearly 20, have already left their operation, suggests instability behind the polished facade, casting doubt on the long-term success of this approach. From a cultural perspective, this saga taps into a broader phenomenon: the difficulty public figures face in managing the tension between personal reinvention and public expectation. Harry and Meghan's attempt to create a royal court reflects a desire for control in a media landscape where narratives are often dictated by others. But this control comes with the risk of appearing contradictory or disingenuous, especially when viewed alongside their previous criticisms of royal traditions. Furthermore, the move could have significant consequences for the couple's relationship with the British royal family. Observers cautioned that Harry's commercialization of his royal title and the creation of this new court could extinguish any hopes of reconciliation with the monarchy, which remains a deeply symbolic institution in Britain and around the world. The prospect of a return to royal duties now seems increasingly remote. Ultimately, the story of Harry and Meghan's royal court is a microcosm of the challenges facing modern public figures who straddle multiple world's traditional institutions, celebrity culture, and personal authenticity. Their journey raises difficult questions about what it means to leave something behind, how much of that past can or should be preserved, and what authenticity looks like when a public image is so carefully managed. Will Harry and Meghan's new staff structure help them rewrite their story on their own terms? Or will it only deepen the sense of contradiction that shadows their every move? For anyone watching from the sidelines, this episode serves as a compelling reminder. Sometimes, the line between reinvention and repetition is thinner than it seems. And that tension, that contradiction, is exactly what keeps the world watching.